and welcome to...
Oh, sorry. Continue.
Shida ya kuzoea kufanya kitu. Ama ni producer anatuchanganya. Welcome to the 10th episode of the Hockey Republic. My name is George Njuguna.
And of course, mine is Simon Mwangi.
Yes.
It's a chilly day, it's a cold day, that's why you're seeing me in a beanie hat.
He's looking for approval, so just...
Yeah, I've told the producer today I'm not taking it off. It's really, really cold.
Yeah, but I think it's allowed because we are out here, and today we are coming to you live from City Park Stadium. First of all, thank you apologies for starting late due to technical hitches. That is why we have started late, but nonetheless we are here, and the show is going on. Today we have hey, this lady has many titles. Eh? Jackie Mwangi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Nice to have you.
Hey.
The last time we hosted you was when you were having the online...
This was season 2 or season 1?
No, season 2. Season 2, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Asante, thanks for having me today. At least you get to see a bit of some action from my girls.
Yes.
And yeah, so karibuni.
Asante. First of all, congratulations. I don't think we've done this officially. Once in a national team. Africa Hockey, at least you're tulikuambia. And then there's something else that you got the other day. You became an ambassador for the Olympics hockey.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us more, first of all, what that is all about.
Actually, I'm an ambassador against athletes manipulation. Any kind of manipulation of the game, we will not encourage it.
Okay.
And it's not so broad, but mainly in summary, it's just about match fixing.
Okay.
We are just against match fixing, and we want our athletes, or we are urging our athletes to just be fair, play and compete without any restrictions from management, staff, or somebody who's trying to bet out there. So basically, that's mainly what it is about. Yeah.
How bad is match fixing?
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I've not encountered any in Kenya, because I think our teams are usually, but we know there's no telling if there is. But I know that there are very many regions of the world that match fixing is huge, and so you're going to win a tournament, and maybe they choose your best striker, who, if you look at their stats, they score in every match, but somehow in your game they're not controlling the ball well, they're not scoring, they're just not on point on that day. And yeah, kumbe someone has give them a little bit of money not to play well in that game, and because they need it, they tend to just accept, and later on it affects their lives, because once you're caught, there's a ban on your athletic career, basically. Yeah.
Let's backtrack things a bit. For those who may not know who Jackie Mwangi is, who is Jackie Mwangi?
Right. Okay. I think while we sit here, I'm still the same Jackie they knew from the years of playing hockey in Kenya, and I've now retired, officially retired. Yeah, I'm playing social. No. I let me tell you, I've put in so much work in the girls. I feel like that's my new calling right now. That's where my path is taking me, and I will still be playing out here when needed. Probably join the Veterans League, but I've served my time. I've served my country. And it's time to continue serving in other roles. So that's the Jackie Mwangi that will still remain.
How many years have you played this game?
Wow. I've played this game since I was 4 years old. I know in between competitively club hockey, since 2007. Since 2007, when I came back from the US, I said I have to play hockey, and that the game just you just get addicted. I don't know if it's addiction
Yeah, it is.
or
It
it's
is.
it
For
just
us to
takes
be here
over.
this early on a chilly weather.
Yeah.
The love of the game, the addiction.
Yeah. So that's just me. That's Jackie. Yeah.
And what kept you going throughout?
Ah man, I want to excel in everything that I do. Excellence is also an art that if you perfect with time, you get better and you just excel. So I wanted to be the best striker.
And you have been.
That was my motivation.
Yeah.
The late Betty Tioni was one of those, the what do you call it?
Inspiration behind.
Yeah,
The push and the
the
inspiration.
push. He was so good, and of course my teammates who have now retired. So when they stopped playing, I felt that this was my time to carry my team to the best of my ability. And at that time, it was being a striker, to be the best striker I could be, and that was my motivation. Yeah.
Two things before I allow Simon to come in. And you've mentioned Betty. May her soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
When Betty was the top scorer, Simon,
Yep.
Jackie used to be second. When Betty left the scene, exited the scene, Jackie took over, and no one has ever taken over that. That spot. That's the one thing. And something consistent that I think, and you should probably talk about it, is you've only played for one club.
Yes.
Constantly.
Yes.
Why? You had options.
Yes. In fact, when I left high school,
Yeah.
I had an option to join Sliders.
Uh-huh.
In fact, my Pangani teammates actually joined Sliders.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, life. I went to the US on scholarship, football scholarship. We came back, and when I came back, I was looking for that club that would push me to the next level. Yeah. So at that time, that club was Telcom, and my Flojo was there. I don't know if you remember Flojo.
Yes.
Tomola's,
Yes.
Sister, she was there.
Yeah.
And we just started talking. She's like, why don't you come for training? So and I got there. When I got there, the first training session.
Where were they training from?
They were training at KCA.
Yeah,
KCA.
Barclays.
KCA, Barclays.
Yes,
Yeah,
Barclays Sports Club.
Yeah. I used to wake up every morning and make sure that I'm there very early because I knew I had so much work to do to catch up. Those girls were so good. I had to catch up. So that's it.
Good. Remember, if you have any questions or comments for Jackie, just get onto the comment section on either on Facebook or on YouTube on this stream, and then or even the WhatsApp number that is scrolling on your screen, and I know someone will read for us.
Yeah.
Simon.
Jackie is also a footballer.
Yes. Was or is?
we play. Okay, where I work, we work with her.
Yes.
We have our staff.
Yes.
I play with her forward. Forward line.
Wewe unacheza mbele?
Imagine.
Huyu.
Tell him who was the top scorer.
The top scorer right here.
Mimi ni mnoma.
Okay.
Actually,
Naweza taka kujua
surprisingly
unacheza
fast.
na kina nani?
Surprisingly fast. I was like, whoa, that guy is getting. Yeah.
But of course, it's good to have you. You have a lot of roles in the union, the national body,
Yes.
as well as FIH. Probably walk us through some of the things you do. Let's start with FIH and then we can come down to the national level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at FIH, I am a member of the Athletes Commission. So basically anything that's related to athletes, we're involved. If there's development committee, which I also sit in, I'm the representative there. And there are several other committees that we have at least a member in there. So basically that's how it is there. Those are the two roles. And lately it's the IOC athletes manipulation ambassador, which might be a temporary role up until the Tokyo Olympics or until they say. So I'm very passionate about that right now, because I think it's important to make sure that we are competing fairly. We are all competing. We are all going. If my team is going on the pitch, we are doing it. Let's go fight. Let's go try and win. And very passionate about that right now. Yeah, and any other thing that's related to athletes anywhere in the world, it's not specifically Kenya, but in Africa, but everywhere in the world, we have to be able to look at athletes who are playing in Uzbekistan or Chile or Uruguay or anywhere. So we're not just looking at athletes where we're sitting now. So for me, that's an honor. Yeah, to be able to stand for them and to speak for them. Yeah.
So you know, Jugush, I've never interviewed anyone from FIH. I think this is the first time. I hope guys at FIH are watching.
Please pass me my phone.
Yeah.
If you can.
As he asks for his phone.
Yeah.
You've taken over as the national women's team coach, and I can't remember the last time, or have we ever had a head coach who's a lady taking charge of a ladies team. How is it for you having this opportunity? It's a big one. I think it's history. If Jugush, you have the stats, you can tell me when was the last time we had
I don't remember. Maybe assistant, but head coach, no, I can't remember.
I think you're the first, if you're not wrong. Yeah. How is that for you? As you can see, that your team is training here behind. Yeah.
First and foremost, it's a joy to be part of a talented group of young women. This is the under 21 crew right now. I know they're not all here. Some have traveled back. We're having the senior team and any other team that me and my team are allocated. So first, it's an honor for us to our country and to be able to give what we have. That's the essence, to get them to that place where we are having very many players who can perform at elite level. I am confident to say that when these players go back to their teams, we have done our part. We did not compete in the upcoming tournament, the junior tournament, but I can assure you, the players that were here in January now are different players, and that's my joy. That's a joy. It doesn't matter, you know, we have served our part. So for us, it's an honor. I don't think much of no. I just think about it. How many more ladies can we empower? Can we grow so that our sport can grow? And that's where our focus is. Yeah.
And of course, a few months ago, you had the main of the senior squad playing at the series, the FIH test series against Uganda, and they performed quite well. They scored a lot of goals. They looked like a unit, although you had not had enough time with them as a playing unit, but they were able to perform. How is that? How are you able to achieve that? Taking a group of young girls during the COVID period, which was tough. I know that you are unable to handle physical training, but you were able to perform. How did you manage it?
First, let me just say the coaching committee has been very supportive. Let's just start there, because we are all working together. I'm sure you've seen so many coaches around. You can see Coach Kagoshi here today. He's helping both sides. And maybe tomorrow you might find another one of. Basically, we are all working together. So even in the case that there's maybe on the boys' side, I can also go on the other side and assist. So we are working together. So with that, with the coaching committee working together, now it's easier for us to say, okay, now going forward, this is what we want, and now we get that support that we're asking for. Now coming down to the girls, we've tried to create an environment where when anyone walks here, we don't care which club you're from, we don't care which part of the country you're from. You're the best from wherever. When we come here, we are one team. We are one team. We remove our titles. We leave it on the gate or outside. And we get in
before
here, it's
before
time
one
to work.
crosses over. Eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, and that, and we want to grow, we want to be the best. So let's just say the mindset is the right one. Yeah.
Nice.
So
That's good.
Awesome. Now,
Some comments before we go on?
yeah, we have a comment. Farhan is watching.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Farhan Khan, for watching.
Yeah.
We got the sad news that the tournament would go ahead, which is a shock because I know you guys have been preparing since January and I've visited you a couple of times. How did the team take it? The news that they are not going to compete?
Devastated. We were ready. We were ready. I'm telling you, we were ready. We were ready. Yeah, we were ready to go and do well.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that we were ready to go do well, and the psych was there. The competition within themselves was there. So I want to say that we would have taken the best team, basically. So they were devastated, but we will stick together. We said we'll go through this together. We are one team. So let's reset and see what we can do next. I think if you have been here for the training sessions, you could see that even some of the players here would actually get to the senior team. That you'll notice that they're doing other things out there. So, which is another thing that we've instilled in them, that they must work off the field. They have a responsibility to work on themselves. So hopefully we will see some of them in the senior team. Yeah.
You sat in that meeting, that committee that came up.
Yes.
Decision.
Yes.
What brought about the decision to cancel the tournament?
So there's a Delta variant in the southern states.
The Indian one, that's what you mean?
No. There's a Delta one. There's a different one.
Okay.
And that one, it's really bad. Apparently, it might be even worse than the variants that we're having here. So most of the countries felt that that's not a risk they are willing to take. Everybody that we thought it's just the best decision. And sometimes when you sit we have to look at the whole picture. If I was selfish enough, I'll be like, let's have it here.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the whole picture and see what is best for everyone. And unfortunately, it's not what as athletes would want, but it's a decision that has to be made.
Yeah.
So for their safety and
I mean,
our
at
safety.
the end of the day, these are people's children. Eh?
Yes.
If anything happens to them.
People's children.
Saimu hatataka kujua kijana yake. We don't mean that Simon has an under 21 here.
Yeah, but that in essence is true. And I think in as much as we want competition, it's tricky. It's tricky. I think Namibia are basically under lockdown.
Yeah.
And I don't think,
and even Uganda.
We already know how the process of lockdown goes, guys.
Yeah.
We know, we've seen it here.
Yeah.
Lockdown can go on.
We only had a third of it. I don't think we got the full thing.
Yeah. So let's. It's sad, but it's how it is.
Okay. I want us to take a break. We look at some news. Let's start locally here in Kenya, I believe. And the Olympics team was flagged off. When was it? Was it on Wednesday? Wednesday by the president. Quite some good different outlook. Different from the usual ones that we are used to.
But it still hurts that we didn't have a hockey team. Okay, we don't have a hockey team.
I think we've talked about it many times, and I think that Jackie is going to tell us what plans she has as a head coach on this. But I think for me it is good to just see the team. I don't know what you think, Simon and Jackie, about the different Nike outlook that they have right now.
Right. I like the black track. You can see I like black track suits. So let me stick with that. I like the black track suits.
But that was done locally. That was of course, Yes, Safaricom I think is the one which sponsored that one, because they have 2 sets of. Yes, that was still Nike.
Yeah.
Yes, that was still Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer
Simon?
the red one.
Uh-huh.
Has I don't know if they were trying to go for the African look, or I'm not so sure what was the plan.
I think that was the inspiration behind it. Yeah. Simon?
Black always looks good with anything.
Uh-huh.
I mean, black and green, black and red, black and white.
Yeah.
Black for me.
Yeah. Eliud Kipchoge took a photo with the other marathoners, and it really looked good on them. But for me, I think on this one, I'll join you guys. I would go with black, and just stick with it.
This time we have Amonde, the rugby player.
Yes, who is taking over?
Taking over from Yego.
Yes.
Oh wow.
He
Yeah.
resigned as the Olympics captain.
Yeah.
Reasons are not clear as to why, but at least we'll have Amonde flagging off.
Oh, fantastic. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's an encouragement also to the rugby fraternity to just up their game. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of Olympics,
Mhm.
Rush,
Yes.
do you have any news for Olympics?
12 days to go. I'm trying to get my facts here that were sent to us. But even as we do that, or probably you can get that for me, as we do that, the Wazalendo Hockey Club had a fundraiser, or are doing a fundraiser towards the club championships. And I just want to talk to Omosh, who is one of the team officials of Wazalendo Hockey Club, to just talk to us more about it. And even as we get him on the line, they had a fundraiser the other day.
Which is still going on.
Yeah.
If our production team can put up the poster.
Some of the poster.
Yeah.
Yes, even as we get him. Club Champs is coming up when?
Should be around December.
Not October?
I think the date was September.
September.
Unless they it might be, in case
Hello.
it's pushed.
Omosh, how are you?
They'll let us know.
I'm fine, Juguna.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very fine.
Yes, you are live on the Hockey Republic.
Okay.
Tell us more about the fundraiser that you guys are doing.
Yeah. First of all, if I can just say, this is Omondi James of Wazalendo Hockey Club.
Yes.
We are having a fundraiser in form of a lottery, which was launched last Sunday.
Okay.
The lottery is named Wazalendo Hockey Club Road to Malawi raffle tickets. We are selling raffle tickets. There are different prizes to be won. We'll be having different draws. We'll be having 5 draws.
Okay.
The first draw is coming very soon. That is on the 24th of July.
Okay.
Winners will be winning hockey sticks.
Okay.
Wazalendo branded hoodies.
Okay.
Wazalendo branded umbrella. Wazalendo branded caps and pens.
Okay.
And several merchandises. Then we'll have other draws, 3 other draws, which will lead to the last main draw, which will be on the 11th of September. The grand winner of this prize will win a return air ticket to Blantyre, Malawi, where the hockey games will be played.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
How much is the raffle ticket going for?
Yes, a raffle ticket is only going for 500 shillings. 500 shillings a raffle ticket.
Okay, and where can one get?
Yeah, one can get a raffle ticket. We have our main person, that is our supporter, that is Apache, who has his shop outside the City Park Hockey Stadium. There are shops in town and the industrial area and major estates. And if you see any Wazalendo hockey player, just reach out to them and he can get you a ticket. and you will only provide your name and your phone number so that we'll be able to notify you of the winning. Yes.
Okay. And the draws, you said the first one is on the 24th of July.
24th of July, which the draw will happen at City Park Hockey Stadium.
Okay.
Yes, it will be on our social pages, and I know also Hockey Republik will also be there to run the draw. The same is licensed by Betting Control and Licensing Board, so we complied with all the lottery rules and games and gambling rules. So it is definitely something that is going underway. So just for 500 shillings, you could own a hockey stick. I know most of the hockey players are really struggling to get a stick.
Yeah.
However, there are like 3 hockey sticks to be won, so we are asking. By chance, you can get one. Why not?
Okay.
Your budget of 500, you can get a stick worth over 15,000 Kenya shillings. Yes.
Good. Tell us about the preparations of the club towards the tournament itself. How are plans going on?
Yes, we are actually underway with the plans. We are really training very hard. We are doing test matches at City Park Hockey Stadium. We are training every other time. Kenya Hockey Union has allowed us to get a slot to be training. However, they also have a very tight schedule of their preparations for the upcoming games. So they are squeezing part of the time, and we are really training under Coach Kimanzi and Coach Wycliffe Ongori are really putting the boys up to task, and we are very optimistic of winning a medal while we go towards this African Club Championship and represent Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah, the club has also written to the ministry because the budget is very high so far. We have raised about 1.6 million. We are targeting 7 million. So we are short of about over 5 million. So we are really struggling. And other preparations in August 27th. We also be having a golf tournament at Railway Club. Yeah, to also help the club.
Yes, Saimo atakuja kucheza. Atakuja na ukistiki yake.
We have
Okay.
I know Saimo has a good hit, so I expect he will do the 18 holes and win. There's also good prizes later when we launch the same.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yes, I also have to another appeal.
Yes.
Yeah, today in the afternoon. One of our founder members who passed away, I know you've heard about it. That is, Julius Odera.
Yes, Wabes
passed away. We have a very huge bill to settle with the Real Hospital Eldoret.
Yeah.
We are appealing to all hockey fans, hockey members, all friends, the government, the hospital, to help us out to see that we give Wabes a decent burial.
Tell me, let's shoot it straight. If anyone wants to send their 50 bob, because you know in such circumstances any shilling counts. Quickly tell us what's the pay bill number, or how can people pay towards Wabe's contribution.
You'll allow me to refer people to go to our web pages.
Okay.
And check on the pay bill number.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
But I know our producer has the pay bill, so it's there's an image of it on the screen. So thank you so much, Omosh, for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I have the pay bill number here. You can send to pay bill number 303030. The bank is ABSA. The account is 204358. 2472. So the pay bill number is 303030. The bank is ABSA, and the account number is 204358
2472. And there is a WhatsApp group you can join to make your contributions as well. I'm sure our production team will share it with us.
Okay.
Yeah. Now moving on.
Let's help in the best way we can. Because Wabes was an Olympian, played in the 88 squad, and I think we can just give him a decent burial.
He was also a national team coach for the ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a while. Yeah. Good.
Okay. Now, moving on, we have the Tunza sanitary pads drive, the Pad Me Up campaign. It's coming to an end this week on Thursday, that is the 15th. They're asking that you can contribute a sanitary pad to keep our girls at school. On average, the girls miss up to, but if I'm not wrong, how many 12 days in a year? In an academic year, that's a lot to miss out on because of that period of the sanitary pads. They don't have them. So I'm sure our production team will also share that poster on our socials as well.
Good.
If I may add, I think as a hockey community in Kenya, we are so many, and we need to come together. Especially when we are having things like this, we are having teams that need to travel. Let's support. We're having people who, like our late Wabes. Let's support the family. The Chunsa project, fantastic opportunity for us to grow talent. Let's support them in whatever way we can. Even for our teams, within our teams, we have players who need assistance. Let's continue to be that hand that keeps them up, pulls them up, and assisting them in whatever way possible, whether it be hockey sticks, shoes. I just want to thank all those who've contributed for our girls during this training period. Asanteni sana. And if you want to continue to help, maybe that's something we can talk about later. But thank you so much for everything.
Good. Let's talk about the future of this. I believe you have a bigger picture. What's the bigger picture that you have for these girls? And you've even mentioned that some of these are transitioning to the senior team, which is a really good thing. That now we are seeing, there's that transition, and meaning that the way you want these people to play, you are able to get them when they are young, and now transiting them to to the senior stage.
Right. I think a few months ago during COVID, we had some I wouldn't say conferences, say some coaching courses.
The Olympic Solidarity.
Yes, Olympic Solidarity, where we try to engage more coaches to come in and learn what is it that we want now. Okay. We must evolve as Hockey Kenya from whatever we were playing before to what the rest of the world are playing, and maybe looking at what our strengths are, and seeing how best to move forward. Why I say this is because if you look at rugby, they had to change their way of training, they had to change their way of coaching. They have empowered their coaches basically to machinery level. So I'm not saying we're trying to copy them, we're trying to see how best can we reduce the time on the pitch from us trying to fix things like how do you hold a stick, how are you supposed to dribble, when do you use your dribble, what parts of the pitch do you use the hit, the slap, there are specific areas so if we educate our coaches, then we are going to get players that now are better suited to performance levels. Don't want to go to a competition, no, we're losing 20-0 or something of the sort, when we could have just fixed an issue on maybe just outletting or just something like that. So basically going down to the grassroots to be able to sort out those things. That's what we want. That way we are getting girls, and not only girls, even our young men coming up who already have the basics, and the only thing we're struggling with is now how do they play on the Astro. So that's for me, that's and then that way there'll be continuity. Let's have players from everywhere, not only Nairobi, everywhere. And I think we've been blessed by a lot of players from Western.
Yeah.
But you know, it was great having people from Eldoret, from Nakuru,
Yeah.
from Mombasa, and it's like, wow, okay, this one has some flair, and you know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And we want more of that. We want more growth.
Watu wangu wa Central wanani let down.
We've had a lot of players from Kerugoya also in the setup. So you see,
I know Washira has been doing something on that side.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's not only that. We have also Thika. Yes, you know, Thika is like Thika Nairobi. Thika, you know,
Thika ni Nairobi.
Wajua tukisema Central nasema Nyeri. Nyeri kwenda huko. Kerugoya we know, of course. Kerugoya they do a good job nurturing talent, because you look at even the top talents we have, they are from Kerugoya girls. Most of them come from there. It's a good thing, and I agree with you. We were with you in some of the Olympic solidarity courses, and one of the things they emphasized on is we need to have high performance as well as development coaches. Because most of us, when we think about coaching, we think about becoming a head coach of a club. We don't think about the young ones. I wish we could have had a lot of high school teachers coming in, especially for the level 0 and level 1s, so that at least they can go back and impact that knowledge to them. But what I'm glad is, at least nowadays as KHU, and I'm sure you're part of it, we have these development centers that have come up, and we've assigned coaches that have gone through the course to take part in it. So what's your plan with these ladies? How will you monitor them when they go back to their development centers?
Okay, so for example, we before I say in terms of monitoring, even before they got here, we were already monitoring them. I'm in direct contact with all their coaches, and so if there's a program that we're running, like a fitness program, it's sent to the coaches, it's sent to the players. So the players already have to be accountable to their coaches. And I can call and say, how is this player doing? If I can't go there, then he's my eye on the ground. And this has been, especially the Kisumu players who've come. Already I told them, look, this is the fitness level I want you to come with when you come back, and work on A, B, C, D. And they've come back, and it's amazing. So without their coaches and the people on the ground there, it's very hard to, you know, I can't be everywhere. Okay, so they can send me if I say I want you to run 5 km run under 30 minutes, and they tell me they came under, maybe they did 27. For me, I can see that, and I have certain ways to go about that. Technology nowadays in its idea. So there's that. Last week we had Coach Billy from Mombasa. He was here. He worked here with the girls for a whole weekend. So for me, I'm confident to say that he's gone back to Mombasa, and A, B, C, D, this is what he knows that he needs to work on with all his teams. Not only the women's teams, but also the men's teams. So he knows what criteria is needed. So when he goes back here, so there's some form of structure that's there on the ground. So at least it's easier to monitor the players.
Olympics tunaenda lini?
Wacha nikwambie, nilikuwa nimeona, I had seen my girls. I was feeling it. I was feeling it.
Okay.
Yeah. Tungeenda.
Because I mean, I look at club level. There is very good hockey being played there, and I think looking at sitting on this side, and by this side I mean the fan side, I think now there is hope with what you're talking about. I don't have to come. They can play as work on the things they need to work on separately, and then when they all meet here, which is the central place, then they're able to practice now more on what you want, and you can now gel what the different people are doing. And I'm looking outside here, and you know, some good games. Yeah.
The games can be very intense.
Yeah. I was here when we had that interview with you. I've also been here previously, but I did not watch the ladies train. I watched the men play, and we have some very good talent coming through. Yeah. We just now need to keep them as a pack, as a group. If you look at the top teams like Belgium, The reason as to why Belgium is performing so well is because majority of their team came through the academies together. They came through the under 13s, under 19s, all the way now to the senior team. If we can maintain that sort of setup, and I'm glad now that at KHU have those structures in place that will help us move them across that, we will be okay, we'll even perform better. Yes. All I ask is, and I'm sure guys are watching at home, is we need that support, as you said, to move this child, to move this player from school. Even if they don't get to go to a college, at least they're attached to a club where we know we can still continue monitoring them. So I think a challenge to you, since you are the head coach, is we need to find a way to work with the clubs, such that we know that, let's say, player X is somewhere and there is a club near. So you attach that player to that club, and then you talk to the coach that club, you tell them, this is what I want to see this player doing. I won't force you to play this player in a certain position, but at least I want to see the player performing in a certain way. Because I mean, you remember in one of the courses, the facilitator was saying that the national team coaches have to work with the club coaches, because the club coaches are the ones that spend more time with the player than yourself. Yeah.
Also, when we prepare this player that's coming, sometimes when they get to us, they're playing maybe fullback, maybe or a sweeper. When they get here, they need to understand that that's not the only position that they need to learn how to play. If you're playing, if you're a defender, then you need to be able to play all positions, not only left back or right back, you know. So moving forward, I think that's how we want our players to be more dynamic. In case there's an injury in the midfield and there's a defender there, we need to put them there.
Yeah.
So I think just also encouraging the coaches to also not to be so fixated on one position, but you know, to try play, to players to play different roles as well. So that will help us.
Now, Jugush has asked about the future of this team. I'll ask about the challenges. What are some of the challenges you are going through bringing these players up?
Right. One of the main challenges. I don't want to start jumping into financial, but it is a major aspect. The union has been good enough to support us to their capacity, and we are grateful. Of course, I'm part of the union, but we are grateful because they are helping. You can see they are helping. I think just basic things like hockey sticks, good quality hockey sticks, good quality shoes for the players has been a very big issue for us. Luckily, I do have some friends who've been able to assist, but I can tell you that we give everything we have. I don't even think I own a hockey stick anymore.
But you've retired. You don't need it. You don't need it. You've retired. But of course, a coach also needs a stick. You can't ask a player for their sticks. Yeah.
If a player comes to me, they've come. She's you can see she's really tall, and she's using a 35. She has a 35 stick from school. She was given, or from whatever 36.5. You're like, man.
You need a 37 or 37.5?
No, yeah, 37.5. Yeah. So you just give. Yeah. So I don't know what would be maybe the future of how to go about that, but I know not only are the ladies team struggling with this, but we have a lot of our boys who come in and they don't even have shoes. And if there's something that could be done about that in the future, I'd be happy. Because then we'd have solved one issue. Then the rest, maybe the kitting and all that, we leave for the office to that. But for those who can give, just hizo tu basics. Tutafurahia sana.
I think what we should adopt, also our fans at home, is adopt a player. You can decide to take one player and make sure the player has a stick, has shoes, has shin guards. you might not be in a position to sponsor the whole team, but at least you can sponsor one student. Also, Njugush, one thing we keep saying, our counties are asleep. Because I mean, if your county has 5 players in the national team, the county association should come up and say, we'll try to sponsor
these people.
Buy
them
shoes.
shoes.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I think that's the best approach. Let's have the different counties, you know, just do whatever they can, and you see, they can cascade it down to the individuals who can. Because I believe, you know, unity. When you're united, you go further. When you're alone, you can only make to a certain stage. And I mean, at the end of the day, these are our girls and our boys, and we have a chance of, you know, brightening the future. And let's stop asking when we shall go to Olympics. Yet we can, in a way, do 1 or 2 things that that can help us get to where we got. Imagine you sponsor a girl and you see that girl at the Olympics. How happy you will be.
That would be amazing. I think there's one day I called Simon on the phone and I told Simon, I'm passionate about giving, by the way. And I said, as a country, we have more than, how many players? Maybe 2,000 plus players in the league?
It's 3,000.
3,000 in the league. Right. I am sure maybe half of them are already supported by their clubs. But you can imagine how many people have now retired. Who could come back in and say, you know what, I remember I used to play this game, but I have this hockey stick, I have these things, maybe they've ordered a few things and given, maybe if not to the union, to a club and say, let's support this club. We will not be needing assistance from outside on getting kit or getting, you know, we won't need that because already as a Hockey Kenya community, we are just fine. We are already assisting the pale tunaweza. So I don't know, but I think every step starts with you. So I'm going to start by myself.
You've already given up your sticks.
This is what I know. I know that even the big nations, the national associations don't give 100%. They allow for sponsors to come in. They give provision for a sponsor to sponsor one player. You find that a sponsor probably has an endorsement with ASICS. For example, like we have Osiche who has Ivari Sports and Ruse. So if we can have such for, let's say, 5 players, you know, in your team you have 5 players who are already sorted. And then, funny enough, we have guys who love hockey, who play hockey, who've retired, and they own companies. Why don't you come and say, my company will sponsor bibs, for example, training bibs? Or come and say, in your kit will be a sleeve sponsor. Give 100 Gs, 100K is enough to buy these kids, even if it's 10 pairs of shoes. It's enough, you know. You don't have to come with millions and billions in sponsorship.
So every little.
Very little.
Any comments?
No, none so far.
Good. Let us drive this home. What is your final word? You know, as a head coach, and I can, from your conversation, I can hear you, you know, being passionate about the other roles that you've been given, especially the match fixing and stuff. And even standing for the rights of players around the world and even Africa. Where do we, in fact, let me just put it straight this way, where would we like to see Jackie in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years?
Wow. Okay, that's you got me there. If I can be put in positions where I can continue to serve my people, when I say my people now is everyone.
You're not but limited to Kenya.
I'm not limited to Kenya. That's where I want to go. I want to serve more because I feel I can make more change as a person, with people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
So whatever roles that are ahead of me, I welcome them. I call them
Yeah.
to come. If I would be given opportunity to serve in Kenya, I'd like to serve where I can be part of the decision-making processes. So whether in the union or whether in athletics with the government, I'll welcome any role. Be it advisory, it's fine. Yeah. So if that's to be quite honest, what I want to say.
Okay. Good. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Of course, this has been brought courtesy of SEK Garden, SEK Guest House, rather. And you can find them in Nairobi, right here in Nairobi. And in fact, that's where we are going after this. Lazima tuende tukunywe chai.
Tuta set up live stream ya kukunywa chai. Na tulikosea, tulikuwa tunafaa kuletea mgeni wetu
kachai kutoka
SEK Guest House. Lakini tulikuja nao, kuna mtu tu alikunywa.
Kuna mtu alikunywa, tutaka kusema ni nani. Yeah, next week we're back to SEK Guest House. Today we just had to come here, and I don't know if you guys can pan out and just so that you can get a view of what's going on in the pitch. I mean, that is why we were here.
Yeah.
Just pan it out or zoom out so that we can get to see what is there. And next week we go back to, you know, the usual home turf. And thank you so much, Jackie, for allowing us to come and spend a few minutes here and just seeing what is going on.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that you know, we are here, and we know this is not the end.
No, it cannot be the end.
Yeah, we'll continue having. There's something common about the three of us. We do something together, but that is nice.
Yeah.
See you next week, same time. Same
But
place.
I'm taking a break.
Yes, this guy is going away.
I'm going away for a short time, so I'll leave Jugush.
Aende azidi kunaona huko.
Corona ni vizuri. Ni baraka.
Ni baraka.
So I'm taking a short break, guys, but it doesn't mean that the show doesn't continue. I'll try to log in from wherever I'll be.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll give me a call or something.
Yes.
So until next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.